A feud within one of the world's most high-profile families has gone public now. In an explosive six-page statement, David and Victoria Beckham's eldest son, Brooklyn, has made a series of allegations against his parents, and he says that he does not want to reconcile with them. After months of speculation around a rift in the Beckham household, 26-year-old Brooklyn made a slew of posts on Instagram. He finally laid bare the rift with his parents, which is essentially centered around his relationship with wife Nicola Peltz. The statement was a response to several tabloid stories and recent leaks that Brooklyn claims were orchestrated by his own parents. He said, and I quote him, "Unfortunately, my parents and their team have continued to go to the press, leaving me with no choice but to speak for myself and tell the truth about only some of the lies that have been printed. I do not want to reconcile with my family. I'm not being controlled. I'm standing up for myself for the first time in my life. My parents have been trying endlessly to ruin my relationship since before my wedding, and it hasn't stopped." Unquote. Remember, Brooklyn is a former footballer and has tried his hand at photography and culinary arts as well. He married actor Nicola Peltz in 2022. Both of them share each other's surnames as well. Among the several accusations that he makes, a couple of them in particular stand out, in which he blames his parents of derailing their wedding. Brooklyn says that his mother Victoria cancelled making Nicola's dress at the 11th hour despite how excited she was to wear her design, forcing her to urgently find a new dress. He also accused his mother of hijacking his first dance with Nicola. He said, and I quote again, "Mark Anthony called me to the stage where in the schedule it was planned to be my first romantic dance with my wife, but instead my mum was waiting to dance with me. She danced very inappropriately on me in front of everybody. I've never felt more uncomfortable or humiliated in my entire life." Unquote. Brooklyn also added that his parents wanted to drive a narrative which suggested that Nicola is the one controlling him and causing the wedge between him and his parents. He called that as completely false. In fact, he's also alleged that weeks before his 2022 wedding, his parents attempted to bribe him into signing away the rights to his own name. David refused to address his son's revelations as he attended the World Economic Forum in Davos, and there has been no response from either of the parents so far. David Beckham is a former England captain and one of the most recognizable faces in the world, while his wife Victoria was a member of pop band the Spice Girls. The couple have two other sons and a daughter as well. Brooklyn says that his brothers have also blocked him. It is safe to say that the Beckhams have carefully cultivated image, and that image as the perfect family has now been shattered. Over in football, Morocco has said that they will take legal action to take FIFA and Africa Football Confederation to rule on the controversial end of the Africa Cup of Nations final. Morocco Football issued a statement saying, and I quote, "The Royal Moroccan Football Federation announces that it will pursue legal action with the Confederation of African Football and FIFA to rule on the walk-off of the Senegalese national team from the field during the final against the Moroccan national team, as well as on the events surrounding this decision." Following the referee's awarding of a penalty that was deemed correct by all experts, this situation had a significant impact on the normal course of the match and on the players' performance. Unquote. Remember, Morocco had lost the final 1-0 in Rabat to Senegal on Sunday. The hosts had a chance to win the game in regulation time, but Senegalese players left the field in protest after a VAR decision awarded Morocco a late penalty. Some Senegalese fans at the opposite end of the stadium threw chairs and other objects and attempted to enter the field of play. After a 14-minute delay, the players and coaches returned. The penalty was saved by Senegal's goalkeeper, and Senegal went on to win the match, with Pape Gueye scoring the winner in the 94th minute. FIFA President Gianni Infantino, meanwhile, said on Monday, in fact, that he condemned this behavior of Senegalese players and the coaching staff. Infantino said that violence cannot be tolerated in football. In a statement, they described Senegal's action as unacceptable and inappropriate. In fact, the CAF had also said that it is reviewing all footage and will refer the matter to competent bodies for appropriate action to be taken against those who are found guilty. It remains unclear what Morocco hopes to achieve with its complaint beyond the formal protesting of the result. There is anger boiling in the national capital over the death of a techie who did not die in an accident. He died due to negligence. He drowned less than an hour away from the national capital in a pit that should never have existed, on a road that should have been safe. Like Noida, which is a city that is often praised for modern infrastructure and planned sectors, failed a 27-year-old and his family. Take a look at this report for more details.
SIT has started doing its
60
work,
kilometers
and we will
from
present
Delhi,
the report in the next 5 days.
27-year-old
We are
Yuvraj
speaking to
Mehta
everyone
was returning
concerned in
from his
this.
office in
We will find out
Gurugram
the
late at
reasons
night
which led to this
when
incident.
dense
We have
fog
just started the
reduced visibility.
investigation, and the report will be
At a
submitted
sharp
once we finish
90-degree
our
turn in
investigation.
Noida, sector 150, his car lost control. Broke through a low boundary wall, fixing blame on a plunge into a deep, water-filled excavation pit. Who allowed dug on a vacant to continue unchecked? Why was a massive excavation pit left open next to a public dangerously close to a public road? Why were barricades, reflectors, what should have been a regulated construction site, who cleared the site without enforcing basic safety norms? The excavation pit had been filled with rainwater. Why does accountability arrive water mismanagement after there was no drainage system, no barricading, no warning signage? The death fits a disturbing disaster was waiting to happen. June 2024. The roof of Delhi's IGI airport. Despite the collapses, Yuvraj Mehta managed to escape the sinking car. A month back, and made onto its roof, a giant billboard collapsed in Mumbai's Kharkov and struggling to stay afloat. He called his father and pleaded for help. June 2023, he remained trapped in an under construction bridge collapsed for nearly 19 minutes. His family alleges that rescue teams arrived without adequate equipment. Bridge in Gujarat, bystanders recorded videos instead of help. A young man fought for his life. Different states, different authorities. Not because rescue was impossible, but because rescue was delayed.
Most of the people present were simply watching and recording videos. My son lost his life because he did not get help, and there were no proper resources to save him. He struggled and cried for help for 2 hours. He could have been saved if help had arrived on time.
Public outrage triggered swift administrative action. A junior engineer from the Noida traffic cell has been sacked. Show cause notices have been issued to multiple officials. A case has been registered against 2 real estate developers over safety lapses. The builder and site owner, Abhay Kumar, arrested for alleged homicide due to negligence. The Uttar Pradesh government has also constituted a 3-member special investigation team.
SIT has started doing its work, and we will present the report in the next 5 days. We are speaking to everyone concerned in this. We will find out the reasons which led to this incident. We have just started the investigation, and the report will be submitted once we finish our investigation.
But is this enough? Will fixing blame on a few officials address a culture of neglect? Who allowed repeated violations to continue unchecked? Why was a massive excavation pit left open next to a public road? Why were barricades, reflectors and warning signs missing? Who cleared the site without enforcing basic safety norms? And most importantly, why does accountability arrive only after a body is recovered? The death fits a disturbing national pattern. June 2024, the roof of Delhi's IGI airport collapses. A month back, in May that year, a giant billboard collapsed in Mumbai's Kharkov, 17 killed, 75 injured. June 2023, an under-construction bridge collapsed in Bihar. October 2022, the Morbi Bridge in Gujarat collapses. 141 dead, 180 rescued. Different states, different authorities, same failures.